Hey guys, Toddy from Ongoing Adventures. I am going to quickly just show you guys how to get rid of the auto mechanism for the auto locking hubs for the GU Patrol. Now, the reason why I'm doing this for, I've had it happen to me when locking in four-wheel drive, doing a bit of four-wheel driving on hills, especially on hills when it's mainly under load. These things do have a tendency of basically unlocking themselves whilst you're trying to do a bit of forbeing. And it makes a really gnarly crank sound, and it's not too good. And it basically, you lose traction, and if you're trying to do some technical climbs, it's not the best thing to happen on you. It popping out of four-wheel drive and then popping back in again on its own. Especially when I've done a couple of steep drops, dropping the boat in, or a couple of hill climbs, or just some technical stuff around here that I've done. So that's the main reason why I am getting rid of the auto selection bit inside the hub. It's just more for liability. And it will make it a bit more easier wear and tear on the gearing. Not so much with these ones, because these ones are generally pretty good, but just basically, realistically, at the end of the day, especially going to and from camps, majority of the time, you're in two-wheel drive, so you don't always need this thing ready to go all the time. So having the auto mechanism out is more reliable and more safer for overall future. I have heard of other people telling me stories that highway travel with any auto hub, no matter what model car it is or brand car it is, they have just randomly slipped into four-wheel drive and causing accidents and problems. That's another good reason why to get rid of it. But a pro reason of having it is the fact that you can just simply lock it into four-wheel drive and do a quick little tow or a quick little 4B bits and pieces. It saves getting out and manually locking in. As you guys would have seen in the collie, I already had manual hubs. So I have no problems quickly jumping out, locking her in, happy days. The lug on here is a 21mm socket, I believe, or it's also the same size as your tyre iron that you come with the car. So you can just use your tyre iron to lock it in, or you can do what I'm going to do. I've got a spare 21mm socket that I'm going to use, and then get a custom little 3D printed handle for it, so I can just quickly turn and then happy days and leave that in my door of the car. That's my preference. That's what I'm going to do. I just believe keeping the GU Patrol hubs is definitely the way to go. They are much stronger overall. These are a fantastic hub. Mate, Malcolm had got me on to doing this originally to pop it out, and because originally I was just going to go buy a brand of manual hubs. He said definitely don't do it. He said stick with the GU or the Patrol hubs, especially in general. They are stronger, they are better, and they are more reliable, especially when you take out the auto locking pin. Once you take that out, these things are good as gold. I have not heard anyone breaking these off yet. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to basically go in the shed now and pop out that ring and show you guys how to do it, and how easy it is just to quickly pop out the ring, put the hub back on, and happy days, and just get a tyre iron ready to go, or a 21mm socket happy ready to go as well. This job for me to do, as like time reference, if you guys want to do it yourself, it probably only takes about 5-10 minutes max a side to do, and that's including me coming here, undoing all these little bolts, putting it in the ground, pulling it off, putting it on the vise, popping that bad boy out, giving it a quick clean, popping the bad boy back on, and then happy days. So lay yourself about 5-10 minutes max, both sides, happy days. It should be pretty easy. We'll press A from there. Let's get cracking. Todd from Ongoing Adventures, let's rewind a little bit. Let's get back to this part where I actually take it off, and then we'll jump in the shed and take out the auto pin. Right, so now we're actually at the tyre where the hub is. We're going to quickly take the hub off and then go chuck her inside the garage real quick, and then take that automatic hub ring off itself, and then I'll explain why I'm doing it and some of the pros and cons about it at the end of the day. So let's quickly zoom in, and let's quickly take this bad boy off real quick, and then shove her in the vise in the garage, and we'll go from there. So what you're going to have is on your hub bolts itself, you're going to have 6 bolts to quickly undo. You're going to undo these real quick, crack them. They might be a bit tight at first, and then we're going to pop this one off and then go inside. So I've got myself a nice little clean rag for me to lay on the ground here. This is where the bolts will go on for now. I have the correct size Allen key, and then a quick tech driver to undo it loosely real quick once I get it all cracked. And I'll also have basically just a 25 tube bar as a breaker bar, because this will probably be quite firm and tight, because I doubt I'll be able to just simply turn it. Now undoing this one, this should start loose and just simply pop off. So we'll get cracking on me undo this one real quick. And it should be just simply nice and gently come off like that. So let's get cracking into the shed now. I'll have a quick chat about this and then show you how to do it. How you just take off the auto locking ring around there. Right, so I'm back in the shed now. I'm back with the vise behind me. I'm about to bolt vise this bad boy down to clean up a bit of grease and pop that pin out. So I just put a quick reference. This is what the auto pin looks like in there. So this is off the other side. And that's easy as, and that's the bit that we want to take out of here. So at the moment she's just full of grease, and we're going to go quickly pop this bad boy out and convert it to a manual hub. So let's get cracking. We're going to slap her on the bench here, pop this bad girl out, and then happy days, and then we're going to bolt her back on, and then we'll have freewheeling hubs on the GU Patrol. Let's get cracking. So inside here there is a little pin. We're going to try and basically squeeze that in, and then try and use the long nose pliers to pop her up. Once we get it popped up a bit and get a screwdriver in, then we can just basically leave the rest out. We just want to take out this little bit and leave the sleeve in. So let's see if we can find this little pin. Yep. And just like that, guys, so I've basically released the pin. I've got enough to get the screwdriver in there to slowly pry it out. So realistically all I really now is just the flat tip screwdriver, pop her out, but I'll use the long nose pliers to help with a tiny bit of leverage. Now I've got the thing in there. It's as simple as just walking it around now and popping it out slowly. It should hopefully just come straight out. And just like that. So this is the inside of what it looks like. It's probably a bit hard to see with the camera, but there is, if I can find it, the pin inside of here. Oop, let's go that way. So those two pins there and there. Basically just got to squeeze them together and then try and pry the sucker up with the long nose plier and the flat tip screwdriver. Enough to get it popped out that first initial bit. Once you get the screwdriver in behind the actual ring bit, you should be able to simply just pop the rest of it up. But guys, that is pretty much just it. What I'll do, I'll take some photos of this cleaned up a bit more so you can see exactly what it looks like. But that there is just the auto mechanism part of the hub itself. That's the only bit we need to do. Super easy. So it doesn't take much to get it off the hub itself off your car, especially just put into a vise and then grab those two pins, pop it up, and then happy days, and then bolt this bad boy back on the car, and now you got freewheeling hubs again from the get-go. So let's get cracking with me. I'm going to do a quick clean up around the outer edge. I will put this aside. I'll take some photos of this so I can put it on the screen as well, so it's a bit easier to see what it actually looks like. And then we're going to bolt this bad girl back on and then crack on the tracks again. And there we have it, guys. The hub's now back on. We now have two freewheeling hubs either side of the car ready to go with, all I'm going to do is my 21mm socket, and happy days, leave that in my car well at all. So if I never do, go for a quick pull, go for a 4B, mad cam trips, I just got to quickly pop out, lock her in, and happy days. This is now more reliable, easier maintenance, and then just an easier setup overall when it comes to it. I do lose the function of the quick, slap into four-wheel drive, happy days. But by doing this as well, you now have two low-range drive. So traditionally with old four-wheel drive especially, you always had your high four-wheel drive, two low, and four low. With the auto hubs or the airlock hubs or all the other ones of those you generally only have four high and four low. Now I've taken out that pin and I don't have to engage this. I can leave it out and just put it into two low, which can make it a little bit easier when it comes to pulling boats up and down the ramps when you're launching or bringing your boat back in. That's what I do quite a fair bit, especially on the old ute I had. So now what I've got is all three functions again, or technically four functions. You got normal two-wheel drive, four high, four low, and two low. And I can get engaged at any time I want. So happy days, guys. Thanks for quickly watching. Hopefully this helps you out real quick if you guys want to do this as well to your Patrol or any other auto hub. I'm pretty sure the Toyota series on the newer models are similar the same. Can't be 100% sure, but with the GU Patrols, this is how I done it. Thanks for watching. Todd from Ongoing Adventures. Let's get cracking.